Hey, Paul, welcome. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
Very physically trying role for you. You've done a lot of physical roles. Just talk about undertaking this task and 70% of the film underwater.
I mean, there's different kinds of movies. There's movies that are going to be physically challenging, and there's movies I think they're going to be mentally taxing or challenging. This one definitely fell more into the physical category, you know. And I knew that it would from the get-go, but I like that challenge. It's a fun way to mix it up. You know, I've done smaller movies where, hey, you know, they're emotionally driven, and you know, at the end of the day, I'm totally and completely emotionally drained. This one, I go home, my body was just beat, you know. But the next day, I was looking forward to going to work again. You know, I love being in the ocean. I love being in the water. I love the challenges this movie presented. You know, nothing real heroic, you know. It's just, you know, it was just day in, day out, and as time got on, you know, I was already comfortable with the water to begin with. I mean, I grew up in SoCal, and I surf a lot, and spent a lot of time in the water. But, you know, I even grew more comfortable, and, you know, it was a challenge, I think, more in the sense that, hey, man, the logistics, filming on water, you know, we're dealing with electricity, bro. Electricity and water don't mix too well. You know, so there are like hazards and those concerns, and logistics also creates for, you know, a lot of tension. These things are difficult, especially for the crew members. You know, it's a drag. You know, it's a lot to worry about, lots on their mind, a lot of risk, and you know, I think the real challenge is just holding it together. You know, and just being cool. And fortunately enough, we didn't have any diva, any king drama crap. You know, everyone, especially in the cast, was cool, and I think that made things a lot easier.
Because you and Scott were actually friends before this, so you guys had an amount of trust and a competitive spirit, so that kind of made it a lot, I won't say easier, but more comfortable for you to pull this off, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, it's nice having a friend, you know, which I have in both Scott, Jessica, Ashley, even Josh Brolin for that matter, just about everybody, you know. It's like, you know, there's no I in team.
Right.
That same thing applies to making movies. You know, you got the I or me people. It's like it creates for a situation. You know, I played a lot of team sports as a kid,
right?
And I think that's really helped me in the movie game because you're basically one big team and everyone's got their responsibility, their position, right? And if you all just do what you got to do and you're not ball hogging, then hey, look, chances are it's going to come together,
right?
And we had a bunch of team players on this one, which was
especially because it was so dangerous, and batting very much so is a team sport because you have a lot of trust for that. Jessica, you knew her growing up too, right? Did you guys cross paths?
No, I didn't know her growing up. We had mutual friends.
Right.
So that was a nice icebreaker. It was like, oh, hey, you know so-and-so, or blah, blah, blah. And first it's like, whoa, it's almost uncomfortable because you're like, wait a minute, so you knew me before you knew me, you know? It's one of those things initially, but I think you almost check out by association.
Right.
Check out in the sense where, hey, you're okay.
Right.
You know, because if you know so-and-so and I know so-and-so is a good person and you actually ran with them, then, you know, you must be okay.
Sharks were real, man. Talk about the close calls.
No close calls.
None? Okay.
No, sharks were good. You know, they're shark. They're a wild animal. They're unpredictable. You know, we're just lucky that we got out of there and no one was bit.